What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, or to the channel if it's your first time. My name is Travis. Of course, this is TWA Motorsports, and today we did buy another unit, which means we got to sell something. And actually, guys, we need to sell two. And so that is what I wanted to talk about in this video. I wanted to show you what I bought, kind of talk about it, what it is, and I'm really not going to talk about the plans on it per se, but because I bought it, two things are going to sell absolutely 100%. It's going to happen. And so I'm just kind of trying to debate which two that I want to sell. Now, nothing in the shop is going. The Trans Am, the green truck, although I do have a guy hot on the green truck right now, and I did give a price. That's not going anywhere. Of course, you know the flat black Chevy. I don't think Kohen's wanting to sell his car. The OBS is sticking around. This is for sure sticking around. You guys saw a video recently of us getting the airbag stuff all hooked up, which is kind of cool, just a test fit. But what I do know is going to sell. 100% the Suburban is going away. I know some people are going to be bummed about that because you wanted to see another Suburban on the channel. And I talked about we're going to use the Ride Tech stuff that we pulled off the Yukon to lower it and lower the Suburban with that stuff. But guys, it's just not going to happen. I've got it all tuned now. It's running great, driving great. I have a couple people that are interested in it, but it is for sure going to sell, and it's going to sell as is. I don't know if I'm even gonna wash it yet. I may wash it up. I may take some trim off. If I do, I'll show you guys a video of that. But that's kind of the plan right now well, it's not the plan. That's what's happening. The Suburban is going. So my wife drove it for a couple days because I've had a PDR guy pull some dings out of a couple vehicles. And so while he was doing that, my wife's Yukon, so the lowered 2020 Yukon that we've got, it had a couple hail dings in it. While he was doing that one, she was driving the Suburban, and she freaking hates it. So look, guys, ultimately she's going to be the one that was going to drive it, and we were planning on getting her a car maybe later on in spring. I don't know when this video is going to post. It shouldn't be too long after I film it, but right now we're coming into fall. We were going to have her drive that through winter, and then in spring, we were gonna try to find a car for her to daily drive, and then we keep the Suburban around for if we had to go somewhere. Well, it just doesn't make sense to keep it around for that. She hates it. A couple things she hates about it, just so you guys know. It doesn't have a power lift gate in the back, which it does kind of suck when your hands are full and you can just push a button or wave your foot under it like we can with the Yukon. You get really accustomed to those things. A big kicker for her is the fact that you have to put a key in it. Now, look, if you have a wife and she has a purse, you guys know as well as I do that you can't find anything in a purse, and so she throws the key in there. With the Yukon, she can just have her purse in the car and it starts up. In this, you gotta dig around and find those keys, put a key in the ignition. She hates that. It also doesn't have a backup camera. Guys, I could fix that part by putting a backup camera in it, but look, it's not in the cards. So we did all this work with the motor, and it is running great, and I think we may make a little money on it. I'm not trying to get crazy as far as, you know, hitting a home run here, but we may make a couple $100 on this deal. And it was fun and some content for you guys to see a DOD delete. So anyway, yes, the Suburban is 100% going away. So it brings me to, look, we just got the two-tone truck back. I showed you guys that in a video a while back. We sold the Silverado SS. The two-tone GMC Sierra came back. It is a four-wheel drive truck. If you guys didn't catch that video, we used to own this truck. We did several things to it: brakes, new AC system, electric fans. Kind of started going through it. It still needs some steering upgrades to be daily driver friendly right now. The tires are all scrubbed off in the front from it being out of alignment. We've got some stuff to fix there. We're gonna probably be fixing that, but that is one of the other ones I'm thinking about may not stick around long, but we'll get to that. Let's take a look at what we bought, and you guys are truly gonna be dumbfounded and be like, what? Why? I don't get it. Check this out. We bought a 3/4 ton regular cab gasser. Why would you do this? Like a flatbed? Really, Travis? Like, what is going on? You've lost your mind, right? You've lost your mind, which I think people probably think that on a regular basis if you watch this channel, that you're freaking nuts. And look, guys, we have some plans here. I'm not really going to get into the plans because I've been dropping some hints on Instagram and Facebook on kind of what the plans are. So you have to go check that out if you want to see kind of what I'm thinking here. But what is this thing? Like, did you get a farm? You know, you got some hay bales to haul? Did you buy a tractor? Did you buy a gooseneck trailer? I didn't do any of that stuff, guys. We have about 4 acres here, and we don't need a flatbed truck for it, but it would come in handy a couple times to haul some stuff. But 3/4 ton 2006 Silverado HD, 6-liter, 4L80, 2-wheel drive. I think you guys kind of can figure out with the stuff on this channel where we're going with the 2-wheel drive unit, but that's what it is. Guys, it runs incredible. I picked it up for what I think is a steal. I think I picked it up for what I could buy the motor and transmission and parts for, to be honest with you. We got Vin Diesel out here revving his motor earlier, guys, so if you hear that in the background. But yeah, we're gonna take the flatbed off of it. It's not gonna stick around, that's for sure. What we do there, we'll just have to see. But let's take a look inside of it, and it may be better to go on the other side and look. But this is a pretty loaded up truck for a 2006, you know, 3/4 ton. I think it's as loaded as you can get it, because you can't get leather in a regular cab. Look, it's got a tear in the seat, you can see, but it's got a power seat. It's got the roof console, right? Remember the one that we put in the green truck? It has the temperature mirror. It has power windows and locks. It has keyless entry. That's about as loaded up as you could get one of these. It's got the non-work truck seat that folds up, that always breaks, the lid always breaks on. But guys, I dig it. Now, it's nasty, and I probably will show you guys a video when I maybe do some vacuuming, and we're gonna do a good thorough clean of this thing. We need to do a couple of these. We need to do one on this and the Sierra over there. But yeah, we're gonna clean this thing up really well, both inside and outside. I think it's gonna clean up really nice. I think we may do some trim removal and of course badge removal and stuff. Now look, guys, this is a Cateye truck. Being an 06, it's the kind of better looking Cateye in my opinion, where it's got the grille and the hood are different. It's got kind of that HD looking hood. In fact, this was considered the HD hood in 2006. So you know, not my favorite front end. I actually like the bubble eye HD trucks, and I don't know, maybe when down the road we do something like that. But for now, this bumper seems to be in decent shape. The valance on the bottom obviously needs to be replaced, but all in all, you know, it needs the normal headlights. This is pretty common in these things. But guys, it's a rust-free truck as far as there's no rust on the bottom of the rockers, which is kind of crazy. It was actually used in a graveside, this company that like did the engraving on graves, and that is what they used it for. And then this guy bought it from them. You can see Kohen pulling up. We're going to talk about that truck as well. But yeah, it's kind of wild to find one that doesn't have rust on it. But let's look under the hood. I actually haven't looked much under here to see what's going on. But yeah, like I said, 6-liter AC works. One thing I noticed, guys, just now is it has a old school fan clutch. I guess maybe they did this on the 3/4 ton trucks. I don't know if they needed more air and the electric fans just wouldn't hack it. But I think in 05 they switched to electric fans in the half tons. I'm surprised they didn't do it on the 3/4. I bet the 1 tons have a clutch fan as well. But let's see, got a couple broken off exhaust studs. That's pretty common. Got a hydro boost as opposed to the normal brake master. Let's see what else we got going on in here. That's pretty much it. Not much to look at under here. It's pretty dirty. But yeah, I'd like to put some electric fans on it, because it does make it look, it has a little bit of a noise, almost makes you think it's a gear whine, but it's not. I don't know if it's like a carrier bearing or in the transmission, but the thing runs and drives great. The guy actually drove it to me. It's about a hour drive from his house to get here, and man, it runs great. I drove it up and down the road a couple times. I've taken it into town a couple times. There's no issues. It starts right up. As a matter of fact, let's key it up and hear this thing run. It does have a service engine light on because of the O2 sensor, but golly, motor's quiet, doesn't make any knocking noises, no lifter issues. It just runs good. I just wish it was a little cleaner. But anyway, yeah, I know you, like I said, I know you're scratching your head. You're like, what, why, what's the purpose? Well, okay, so now that you've seen it and you know, you're scratching your head wondering what the heck, here's where we're at. We know, here's the 4. 2 of these got to go, right? This one's not going. That's 100%. This one's not going anywhere. So it's between these 3. I already told you Suburban's going. So now it's down between one of these 2 is leaving. And how quickly, I don't know. I'm going to list one of them. I've kind of been asking Kohen, you know, which one would you rather keep? Obviously, you guys can see he uses this. He's got air in the airbags right now to pull the lawnmower. He's getting ready to load the mower up and go mow. He needs a truck to mow, and he needs a truck to daily drive. Obviously, he's not going to drive the vet in there every day. And so I've been asking him, you know, which one would you rather keep? Would you rather go to the two-tone truck and daily drive it once we get, you know, the suspension, or not the suspension, but the steering lined out? Or do you want to keep going with the NNBS? Now, we're not going to do anything else to the NNBS other than maintenance stuff, guys. So the plan is not to paint that truck, although I did have a couple dings pulled out of the door by my PDR guy. So the PDR guy hit this truck. He got all the dings out of that door. The Suburban had a couple in it, and then my wife's Yukon. So we took them 4 different vehicles that had some dings in them. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So honestly, guys, I would rather him go to this is a 4-wheel drive truck. I think that would, you know, come in handy in the wintertime to have a 4-wheel drive, the 2-wheel drive with the 6-cylinder versus the 4-wheel drive with the V8. This is a leather truck, although the seats are pretty gross and it needs a good cleanup. There's some tears in it, but we could get that fixed. I don't know. So I'm basically leaving it up to him, you know, like which one would you rather keep? Look, if you want to keep the white truck, then we'll sell the 2-tone one. I know that'd be in and out pretty quick, and we just got that thing back. But I think he's really excited about what I'm thinking the plans are for this one. So they may both be temporary, so they may both eventually sell. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to update you on kind of what's going on around the shop, what's going to be selling, what's kind of happening. We still got a ton of stuff going on in the shop, and this is stuff that we just keep adding to the pile, right? So we'll get there eventually. We just keep chipping away a little bit at a time. But if you did enjoy this video, guys, please go down there and smash that thumbs up button. If you got questions, well, you can ask them, and I could try to, you know, I could try to justify what I do, but it probably won't make any sense to anybody else except me. But if you did, like I said, enjoy the video, smash the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe. Of course, while you're down there doing all that, ring that bell notification. That notifies you every single time we drop a new video on the crazy stuff that we do, buy, sell, whatever. And stay tuned to see what we have planned next.